Of the Detroit Fire Department acknowledging one of their firefighters hit a car while driving drunk on the job. There are indications it may not have been an isolated incident. A whistleblower tells the local 4 defenders he's seen what goes on in the firehouses, and he believes DFD has a full-blown drinking problem. Defender Sean Lay live with an update on the story that he broke here yesterday. Sean?
And Devin, let's start with some context here, some perspective. Detroit EMS, 55,000 runs last year. DFD went on 22,000 runs. Tough, stressful job. One man tonight, though, is saying Detroit Fire Administration must confront what he is calling an on-duty drinking problem department-wide. Sunday night, Detroit Fire Department's Squad 6 smashes into a parked car arriving at an emergency.
Central, this is Squad 6. We've been involved in an accident at our location. Could you please send, please?
The department tells us their 26-year-old firefighter was drunk behind the wheel of a $500,000 fire engine. A firefighter driving drunk is shocking, but not to this man.
Luckily, there was nobody in that car that day. Luckily, there wasn't a child crossing the street that day.
He wants to protect his identity. He's worried about retaliation. He is not a firefighter, but has been in fire stations citywide. The firefighters union says a firefighter on duty driving drunk is an isolated incident. Is this an isolated incident?
No, it's not.
Why?
There's other stations that basically have alcohol flowing freely.
Rumors about Detroit Fire Company Engine 50 on the east side being an out-of-control party house have swirled around the city for a long time. But the defenders are told it's not just Engine 50.
You go into the mess room, or they would eat at, and the table is littered with beer cans and different beers, different liquors.
These guys were off duty?
No, they were on duty.
What did you think when you saw all that?
I'm sitting there going, oh my God, are you kidding me? You're going to get behind the wheel of a great big truck and try to put out a fire? Who's going to die?
Sunday night, a party at Engine 50. A 37-year veteran senior chief, we are told, was there. The party was not shut down. The same chief then took the driver of the truck who hit the car for the alcohol screen and called a deputy chief, we're told, to tell him they have a firefighter driving drunk. Sources tell us at that moment, a dangerous mistake was made by those fire officials.
Was the rest of his crew taken out of service at that moment then?
No. No, the driver was taken by the chief for the drug and alcohol screening, and the other firefighters proceeded with their duties.
Meaning the department potentially left other impaired firefighters on duty that night.
They're above the law. They're not going to go ahead and they're not going to face the consequences like you or I would.
Why do they think that?
They have a badge.
And are they ever held accountable?
Not to my knowledge.
That could be part of the problem?
That could be the biggest part of the problem.
Back here live, attorney Steve Haney, who has some dealings with Detroit Fire, says if this was me or you behind the wheel of the car, you would have been arrested on the spot. This firefighter was not arrested, and he has not yet been charged. Keep in mind this happened on Sunday. Detroit Fire says they handed the case over to Detroit Police. I checked with Detroit Police Internal Affairs. They do have the case, but will not say when they got the case. Did they get the case that night or after we started asking questions? Fire Commissioner Jones says full investigation going on. Anyone responsible will be held accountable. We're live tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4 Defenders.
Okay, quite a story. All right, Sean.